Hi, we're here with Christopher Ganson, mathematician. We're going to ask him a couple things about the practical uses of the derivative, antiderivative, and integral in modern business environments. Mr. Ganson, how do you use the integral on a daily basis?
In math class.
And in the workplace?
I'm not quite sure.
How does the integral work with, say, marketing?
Well, if you're trying to sell something to a customer, like a sleeping bag for example, they'd really like to know what the integral of the sleeping bag is.
Of course, of course. I would definitely want to know such a thing before making a purchase such as a sleeping bag, something that I'm going to trust my life to during a cold night. Next, what's your favorite number?
That'd have to be 42.
42. Drug reference? I don't know. Are you familiar with the Doug Burke campaign for presidency, Doug Life?
Yes, I was actually nominated to be the vice president in that campaign. However, I lost in a very shady election to Dan the Drug Davis.
Why do you think you lost?
Corruption and graft.
Of course. Describe in 3 words or less integration.
Very, very boring.
Okay. When you're doing, say, a derivative, and you have a sine of x, what would that become after it's been derivativized?
After the process of taking the derivative, sine of x, I'd have the opposite cosine of x.
Thank you. More when we come back. We're back with Chris Ganson, who's going to show us how he does a problem from our book using technology, this being a PC. Now, if you'll turn to in your book to page 296. Please turn to page 296, all students. Page 296. We're going to do number 7. And I ask you, Chris Ganson, integrate this. Mr. Ganson, would you like to explain your steps?
Well, I opened up Microsoft Word, which is very technologically advanced, designed for mathematical application, and I'm using the Microsoft equation tool to type out the equation so I know what it is.
Let's watch. As you can see, he's making use of the half swastika for the equation to show that it's an integral.
That's the equation I'm going to solve.
Great.
Now, you break it down, and you insert another equation.
What would this equation be?
This would be this one rearranged.
Great.
Why don't you watch me do it?
First he uses the half swastika. What are you doing here, Mr. Ganson?
Rearranging the equation so it's easier to solve.
Great.
Now, if you focus in the book, you'll see that it gives you your u equation, which is 1 minus r cubed, which would be this one right here.
U equals 1 minus r cubed. I hope the class is taking this down.
I do too. Now you have to find out what the derivative of this is, of the u. So, you have to balance it out.
Now what are you doing, Mr. Ganson?
I'm balancing it out so it looks like a good equation. Here you see, this is the derivative of this function in here.
Great.
Now, you rearrange it again.
What's that there, the -3? Where'd that come from?
The -3 is used to balance out the addition of the -1/3.
Great. Great.
Now you do a little magic, and you integrate this here. So, you get another equation.
I'm sick of all these equations. Can't we just get to the answer?
Patience.
Where'd that C come from? What does it mean?
That's the universal constant of integration. You gotta put that in all your equations.
Portrait of man, hard at work. We're getting close to the answer, aren't we? I can feel
This
it.
is the answer right here, Ryan. If you knew anything, you'd know it.
Can't forget the plus C.
Heavens.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Hanson. From now on, I will do all my problems on the computer. Truly, a mathematical genius, showing math applications in the real world.